Hey everyone, I want to remind you that Waylays and Melees are a bunch of adults using adult language talking about adult content, so viewer discretion is advised. Thank you. From broken homes to the great wide, unsettled souls roaming through this life. So we all try to do what's right, but it's a long, long road to ride until you cross to the other side. Peace, find your soul wrapped in warm and love, 'cause we all try to do what's right. It's a long, long road to ride. Oh, it's a long, long road to ride. Welcome to Waylays and Melees. I am your GM, Shamas, and to my left is Graham, who will be playing.
I will be playing Surtos Erbos.
And to my right, Nick,
and I'll be playing Rayne.
Yes. Yes. So this is going to be a session 0 for both of them before we do our inaugural, I guess, session with the group. So we will, I guess, dive right into it, as some would say. Okay. Now imagine, if you will, desert, barren plains, hot, devoid of life, the sky literally burning above you, the air so full of sulfur and methane it can choke the life out of anything that is not native to these lands. It's here that we'll find Surtos, in the quiet suburban home of Belal, in the burning wastelands of Avernus, which echoes with the frightful screams and screeches of the nightmares that wander just beyond the quaint cul-de-sac. It was a Tuesday, but it wasn't just any Tuesday. In this scorching hellscape, no, it was Pancake Day, which is, the one day of the year which the inhabitants of Avernus are allotted the ingredients to create the most coveted food. Pancakes. Here within the modest cottage home, Surtos, you stand in your kitchen, spatula in hand, and a frying pan in your other. You're adorned with your favorite apron with the saying "Shiv the Cook" on it, and a bulbous, just most grotesque of like chef, like baker's hats that you can imagine. Quaffs coming out, big. It's like the nicest thing that's in the kitchen right now that's not on fire. And you recall that there's been, while making them Flappy Jacks, you recall that there's been a string of disappearances in your neighborhood as of late. Seems like even pieces of people had been found lying around in awkward places. And even the Goldberg's pet hellhound had vanished, which in particular was pretty sad. Leaving only its tail behind, which also very sad. Salt in the wounds. Hells, even just yesterday, your garbage heap of a neighbor Chuck was rent in two vertically during a conversation the pair of you were having about the possibility of you maybe returning his hedge clippers at some point, which you've borrowed seasons before. When commenting on this, you saw that his entire backside had been cleaved off. Which to which Chuck simply replied, "Well, hey, it's okay, neighbor. They seem to have just taken my good side."
Oh no! in the fireplace.
Thinking back on yesterday, you realize that you're having a pretty good day. You're having a great day. It's pancake day. Mid-flip of the flapjack, you are blinked away. It is cold where you are.
You could eat one.
Nope, not even one. It's quiet. It's dimmer than you're used to. Before you are no Flappy Jacks. Not one. But instead, there is a pink, fleshy pig sack, draped in elegant silk robes with eyeliner and dark sigils of paint on his skin. And these are, from what you can tell, humans before they make the trip to Avernus. There stands before you this feeble, old looking, again, pink flesh sack of a thing that has just finished casting, and you can see the arcane dust flaring about. The first thing that hits you is the smell of this place. Now, you're used to the methane fart smell of Avernus, sure, but this is more like the rotting shit smell of just decay and neglect. As you look around, you realize that you're in the hearth of this dwelling. There's no candle lights. There's no sunlight coming in. It seems like some sort of recluse that has boarded up his windows and his doors type of deal. Taking a quick glance around, you see that he himself has kind of a papoose that seems to be filled... A papoose?
Yeah.
That seems to be filled to the brim with other smaller, softer pink flesh sacks that are making small coo noises and rustling about in there. Off to the side, to your right side, and behind you, you hear a rustling of metal, and you look to see that there are cages. There are about 6 cages, very small. Would make for a good medium to small dog kennel, but instead have small children in them. 4 of them filled, and you see that underneath of you is a brown spattered, looks like paint, but it does not smell like paint. And off to your left, you see a discarded heap of tiefling bodies. You see pieces of tieflings, and even that hellhound missing a tail. You see on the hellhound, very, very irresponsibly discarded, Chuck's better half. Just ass up, guts down.
Why?
Now, this is important because all of this is very concerning, to say the least. But the most concerning thing, maybe, and this is up to you, I'm not trying to tell you how to play your character, but the lack of pancakes, because there are none around. Instead, just this guy and this place and this stuff. Yeah. So we will cut to quickly to you very hastily, a new kind of cloak. I say new, it's new to you. It's a tattered cloak that you are now wrapping around yourself as you leave the city gates in a hurry after after what will be called from here on out the incident had occurred, you essentially diving between merchants and exiting the city and hastily running away are now sweaty, panting, and adrenaline just rushing through your body. And before we cut to what had happened, we will cut elsewhere. Rayne. The valley you've grown up in, the very sacred valley, the very protected and well-kept secret of a valley that you've grown up in, and that monastery, that cloister that's raised you and trained you. You've spent your entire life working to be used as this tool, as something that can actually be the hand of the great ones that can actually make a difference in this plane, and working your ass off, not literally, not like Chuck level ass off, but like metaphorically Chuck level ass off. You have worked so hard to get to this point. The day where it finally comes, where you find yourself being teamed up with a few others and given your first scroll, your first mission, your first assignment. You were being grouped with Belisha Otal, who is a wood elf assassin, Grish Gut, who is a gnoll hunter, and Phalis Afet, who is a Shadar Ka, or Kai, soulmonger. When you look at Belisha, she's your very almost cliche, like wood elf ranger in look, but with like a balaclava on, blades to the hilt. You know, she's got her short bow, and if she can get a kill in without anyone knowing she's there, she'll be happy. Anything else, below that, you have personally seen her become irate at the smallest. Good lord, at the smallest whiff of people noticing her coming to and fro. Grishka's name betrays how he actually is, as it sounds dumber than he is. He's actually a fairly articulate and well-rounded gnoll, and is a terror when he's on the prowl. You haven't seen him fail in finding someone. Equally, you haven't seen him be merciful when he has found what he's looking for. And Phalis Afet, you've heard of, in this pale-skinned, white-haired, very elegant, seemingly albino type elf. And the Shadar Kai, you've known them to be servants of the Raven Queen, but this one seems to be serving the truer gods, the truer will that drives the valley itself. And you've only heard the stories of, okay, don't worry about it, of what he can do, but I hate so much. Phalis, you've personally witnessed someone who he's gone to interrogate. And when this halfling woman had been interrogated, he only spent 5 minutes alone with her. And when he left, she was huddled in fetal position, not harmed. It didn't seem like there had been any sort of abuse or even any physical altercation whatsoever. But what had ever transpired, not only did he get more than what he wanted from her, But she was shook into her core. Shook to her core?
Shaken.
Shaken her it did to her core.
Shook.
Shook it to her.
Harness.
She's a varnus. She was scared.
Okay.
She was afraid. She was very upset, some would say. And she couldn't even speak. That's where we're going with that whole point.
Okay. Yeah.
She stopped speaking entirely to anyone ever again. These are the ones that you're being paired with on this mission. And the Matris Superium, as she stands before you, this very elegant, almost elvish human. She stands before you in her adorned robes, and she says, "This target is a greasy, grisly soul that has been hired to be the local mobs, or hired by the local mob to conduct abhorrent, dark magic for them. He failed the tests of temptation and has been found wanting. Bring back the head and the heart, as is our custom. If he has succeeded in transferring over any sort of abomination, eradicate it on sight. No exceptions, so it is written." And as she says that, your party replies, "As would you, so shall it be." As you leave the valley, we cut to the hunting party as it's traveling through the realm of Shankari to the small, corrupt, desertous village. And with only 22 gold left from the stipend which your group was given, you're now honing in on the last known residence of one Herschel Sandal. You begin to approach the dwelling to make your attack, and that's where we'll cut back to. You, seeing this pink meat sack, being aware of your surroundings. What would you like to do?
The frying pan is no longer in my hands as a...
It is. It's spatula and the frying pan.
I was...
Which one?
Wouldn't the pancake be in there too? Since he was flipping it.
No, he was mid-flip. That's the key. That's the key.
There's no fucking pancake.
That's right. No Flappy or Jackie. And the Jackie's the saddest part.
You have very little time to explain to me why on today, of all days, you have stolen my pancake from me.
And he lets out what can only be described as a squeal that's come from far deep, deep down inside of him, and found its way up through his trachea and out his mouth as he's like, "You're here! Oh, the day of all days, you're right! Oh, what's a pancake?"
Who are you?
I'm Herschel. Oh, it finally worked. And he's like looking, like peering from side to side, like looking up and down at you, and just kind of like looking at his own hands, wiping some of the arcane dust and some of the blood off of him.
Is my hat still there?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And as glorious as ever.
Wait, is it a chef hat?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, so we will pause on this real quick. Your team sees this dwelling. It's only about 3 or so doors. It's 3 doors down. Some would say. Some would say that.
Got you, baby.
I'm Superman. This is copyright.
No, it was only a couple seconds. It's fine.
It's like some, and then, and then that's it.
Some.
No, yeah. So you. I didn't know if we were doing a bit or if we were playing D&D. It's all the same thing. Yeah.
Ba-da-da-la?
Oh man.
Eba.
That was tasty. All right, you and your group. All right. Some would say, and they wouldn't be inaccurate, that you're 3 doors down from said dwelling. You can see it. There's minimal foot traffic on this kind of back road of the town, of the village. What would you like to do?
Let's surround the building and enter on both sides.
A grunt will come from Gut, and he will head off towards the left. Phaelus will take the right, and then that leaves the. Do you want to take the roof, or would you like to take the front?
I'll take the front.
Okay, so she'll head up to the roof, and everyone will get in position. And as you're nearing toward the dwelling and closing around it, it is such that there are almost nobody kind of passing by this portion of the town, this portion of the road. So most of the traffic's leading away, and we'll cut back to you.
Why am I here?
I've been tasked with creating the transit. I made a bridge. I made a portal. I made a bridge. I made a rift. I made a bridge. I made you here. It worked.
Why do you have half of Chuck? Why is there a dead hellhound that you stole from my neighbor? And why are there 4 children in cages?
Oh, damn. Well, sometimes you just need a little bit of resources, you know what I mean, to try and really get that power in there. And if they're young, well, then they didn't really corrupt their own body. You know, it's a whole lot of metaphysical just stuff that we don't... Physics is hard. The way that this has worked is I know very powerful people, and they've asked me to by threat of death to do what they want, and then they'll pay me like a little bit, but mostly it's that I won't die. And so that's good for me, and it's good for you because I've made history today, and this is great. Welcome.
You work for very powerful people.
I know them, and they are very angry. But most of them, I've only known them when they're angry, the whole time.
Oh, then we're gonna get along great because I think you're gonna be ready and understanding when I say you stole Pancake Day from me. When am I going back? It better be today.
I have to do tests. I have to make sure that that is possible.
Possible?
It's my first day. Don't be mad at me.
Possible.
Listen, I don't know who Pancake is, but I'm sure they were very lovely, and I could try to get them if you give me a day and some rest. I can try this again.
Pancake is not a person. Pancake is a fuel source that drives me for the rest of the year.
Okay. I get that some people mean more than others to some people, but what I'm trying to tell you...
You're telling me you've never heard of pancakes?
I don't know what that is, or who that is. I don't know what's happening. I'm just really glad that you're here.
Where is here?
Here, this is my house. We're in the realm of Shankari. Where are you?
You don't know where you pulled me from?
I think this is theory. This is the theory of some of my colleagues. I think that this is what we would call the material plane, and that's not. Don't quote me on that because I don't know that for sure. But I subscribe to the idea that there are other planes, and people call me crazy. They called me crazy, but look, now you're here, and I'm not crazy. And so what I think happened was that I was actually able to open that little tiny. I poked a hole. I poked a hole in the wall. It was like a paper wall, but like people don't know about it. So then when you poke a hole in there, and you just kind of just get something.
Do you feel like maybe your decor lended to people calling you? Did you literally teleport me into shit? Am I standing in shit right now?
Not entirely shit.
Is it yours?
Not entirely mine. It's mostly blood. And guts. And pieces of people. Because you gotta use these. And he like pulls from his papoose a baby that he just is holding by the swaddle.
Why do you have that?
Pause. Cut to you.
How much do I hear?
You hear the yelling, I'm so glad you're here.
Pancakes.
Where's the pancake? Yeah, it's just every other word is like, but why? And then you're like, I don't know what pancakes are. And then you're thinking to yourself, but like, what?
Yeah.
How would you like to proceed?
Oh boy.
Delicate.
Do it.
I'm gonna look to her on the roof, see if she has a shot. Can she? No, the windows are boarded.
No, she would be on the roof of the actual dwelling, looking
okay,
for
the
an entrance that way, like SWAT, like.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Unless you had otherwise specified for her to be elsewhere and cover.
Yeah, I wanted her to cover to see if she can.
So
catch
she'll
anyone running.
have made her way while you were going to the front, probably to the opposing building, and you just climbed up and is aiming. You can see that she's very clearly aiming toward the front of the house, the front of the dwelling.
All right.
In that you do see that any opening does seem like it has. Imagine newspaper clippings and like cardboard and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever he could staple up there to keep it.
Probably skin.
Yeah. So like it looks a lot like real pinky leather.
All right.
Maybe too pink for its own good.
The signal to go in is whistling. So
okay.
Do I hear? Okay, right towards the end where he's holding up the baby. I'm gonna whistle.
Okay. That was a whistle.
That was a whistle.
Holy shit! Do I have to go in, or
Yeah.
can I still be a DM?
No, you gotta go in.
Oh shit!
It's over.
Pause.
All right. Okay. All right.
Going in game.
I'm too meta for this. I gotta get in there.
So I breach the front door.
Okay.
They breach however they breach.
Give me a strength roll or attack roll of some nature.
Was it just? You want to do strength? Let's
Yeah.
do. I don't know how to use this app yet. Strength 13.
13. Yeah. So you kick the door. It breaks on the actual lock area, but it doesn't fly open. It breaks, and then you're able to push open.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And
as you come in, you see first you smell because it's palpable.
Yeah, it just hits me in the face. Probably.
It is. There's a lot of moisture in here that he's just been saving for a rainy day, and he really wants to soak it into his pores. And now you have to. That's how it works. It's like someone who has too many cats, like way too many. Like they have a studio apartment and 27 cats is too many.
One litter box.
Right, yeah. Just one pillowcase. Copyright ever. All right, so it's a lot of heart. It hits you of just shit and decay and warm. Like that's a smell. And it hits you. Yeah, and it goes straight down by your uvula. And there's nothing good about it. Almost simultaneously, just after your breach, you hear the breaking of a window off to your right. You hear another break of wood off to your left as Phalus, who I've made up, and that is the person that I gave his name to. He comes in. And Goot comes in from the left. Just as you're seeing this, go ahead and describe yourself.
I am a 5'8" gray tiefling with horns that come from the front, go back, and then straight up with a vividly orange mohawk that comes right between the horns and goes into red tips with amber eyes.
Okay. Very sick.
Standing in an apron.
Standing
Saying,
in an apron with a chef's hat on.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Holding a
Shiv the
spatula
cook.
and skillet.
which I assume is very aggressively holding them now.
Oh,
Like shaking.
It's genuinely just like
Like, could almost hear the rattling of the pan from within itself. It's ringing.
in itself
the-
is just like.
What is that? That's rage.
It's slowly cooling down because it's not in Snapchat.
You.
Pain, sizzling. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. Bip and bop. And shippity doop dop. Shiv the cook. Hat. Stand in front. Guy. Ordained. Adorned is the word.
Ordained.
He's ordained by adornings. In like silk robes that would look nice if they weren't like half covered in dirt and shit. Tattoos all over his body. Old feeble man. And he has a wonderful brown papoose. High grade. The stuff you get from, say, Sky Mall. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Has at least one more baby in there that you can see because he is holding, presenting, offering even, probably boasting about a baby that's in his clutches that he's aiming at this tiefling, half like he wants him to look at it and the other half like he's going to use it as a weapon.
So what I'm seeing is him holding a frying pan and he's offering a baby.
I love it!
So all sorts of
this
fucked up
devil,
shit's happening
this
right now.
devil is so fucking.
I'm
He
pissed.
has so much anticipation for this baby. he's like, oh, give me the baby. And the other guy's like, this is all I got. I got more in here.
And the pan is, steaming because the climate change. So like it looks like
Climate change. Because those icebergs.
Oh come on, it's not real.
I think he means this game. He's like, no, not this guy. Who'd you vote for? All right. Anyway. Yes, 100%.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if we were to like take it a step further back, someone else would see 3 people breaking into a house that seemed like it was abandoned, only to see a gnoll, some albino elf, and you, who you're going to describe yourself in a minute, coming to join this feast of babies that apparently a devil and some old man are putting on. So that would passerbys. Surtos, you see directly before you breaking into the door with a quick Chuck Norris kick, and then kind of what I imagine is a very illustrious pushing open of the door and
I
walking in. God damn it! I hope so.
I do. It's more of a cloak.
We always regard it as the
It
cape,
has a
though.
big S on it.
It's the mantle. Where's my mantle? Where?
Does it
Stop.
go over the shoulders or behind you?
Goes over the shoulder.
Awesome.
Oh man.
This is the so. Yikes. So what does he see?
You see a 6'2"
Just the mantle.
human esque person ish, with fair skin, hazel eyes, and kind of medium long length, straight but like unruly hair. Big old scar on my face, claw marks, and I'm wearing typical kind of traveling clothes, but I have a cloak on. It's forest green, and yeah.
I love the descriptive ability on the color of it.
And I know my colors, all right.
I'm wearing lavender.
And I have
Did
some
you
Air
get that?
Jordans on. No, yeah, that's it.
I do want to take a quick second to make sure that you are recording the audio.
Yes.
Okay. You can point to it
Yeah,
if you want to. I just can't see it.
46 minutes.
Okay.
Holy
Fantastic.
And we have 12 minutes of
Yeah.
video.
Okay. So fantastic. So you see this man who was very ecstatic about this whole situation. Now this whole situation's happening, and he realizes in that moment that not only is he in danger back here, but he also understands that you are not on his level right here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very upset that you aren't as appreciative of this monumental, like, historical event that he just pioneered. So instead of just showing you, like, Rafiki with some Simba situation, copyright, he is now...
Anyone.
Huh?
They could be anyone.
They could be anyone.
Those
They could
are
be anyone.
common names.
Those are Swahili names. Calm down.
Jesus.
I think it's true. I'm pretty sure that's true. So
Saying you're wrong.
I'm just upset you said it. He's going to cock back said baby and launch at you. Wow. Some would say he's dual wielding.
A baby.
That he's proficient in baby tossing because he pulls as soon
that
as
was a
one
sport.
leaves, is pulling another from his papoose. And you can tell there are more in there.
Oh.
So with that being said, I will give you a reflex roll if you'd like. Otherwise, initiative, which is going to be more difficult than I was thinking because I had
Reflex, that's a dexterity
had a
saving
phone.
throw.
Oh shit!
You said reflex, that's a dexterity saving throw? Yep.
So redo this, and I don't have any stats for my people. What'd you guys get?
7.
On the reflex save, it was a 15 and 17 for initiative.
Okay, awesome. 17 for initiative, 13 for
15 for
reflex.
reflex.
Okay. So Rayne got 7. And
Jesus Christ. All those hit points. At level 1?
nope.
Oh.
Well, fuck it.
Didn't need that to begin with.
My favorite part of this is how everything went to shit real fast. Some would say 22 seconds in.
I think it was 12 minutes.
Hey!
I don't know which one came first. He read off a lot of numbers.
He did.
He was like 9 seconds, 12 seconds, 22 seconds, 12 minutes.
4 minutes.
All right. So from what you guys can tell, and I can't.
That was really helpful for you.
Yeah. Well, thoughts and prayers. She's holding her action on the roof until otherwise stated when you're out, I guess.
She's just shooting people that come out.
If you say so, which is going to be basic standard operating procedure. Phalus is pulls his weapons. You can see that he has one kind of scimitar type blade, very similar to ones that you've been familiar with, but doesn't have any Any what's that? Any extravagant properties by any means. It's nothing special. It's just an elegant sword. But is waiting for your command as you're the lead in this. Gut is, which does look like a bee, but don't worry about it because the camera's not even going to be picking it up. So fuck you.
Wow.
That's how mad I get. You're in for it now. He is fangs out, hangs out. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that's a saying, but it might be a no. Teeth, everything is closes the gap about 10 feet and is ready to jump on whomever we're killing today. Again, waiting for the say-so. That's you. It says scribble, but it also has an S on there. That's how you know it's you.
Was my reflex save enough?
Fantastic. That's a question you're asking. So, baby, coming straight for you, you very quickly pin spatula, because why would you drop it in this mess? Spatula to pan, and with one hand grab baby by pan and into your persons, like kind of like a football. And how would you like to orient thereafter?
Is the baby alive?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
So
is, and hear me out, the one that's in his left hand currently, and what many of you, if not all of you, would suspect, the ones in the papoose. I know they're good, but you can't have one right now.
Can't do this in front of my friends. Oh no. Oh no.
You have babies after the pancakes. It's
Right.
Like
Yeah. It's like sprinkle them on the pancakes. Like it's like
How old
Babies.
does this baby look like?
infant.
Infant?
Cannot walk.
Cannot. Okay.
Probably could crawl. Who knows? Probably does tummy time. That little thing where they're like on their tummy and trying to look up, but they can't quite.
So can't
Swaddled.
hold on to something.
Swaddled. Can't hold on to anything
Like grab
besides
onto your
himself.
thumb, you know how those babies
Yeah.
their little fingers.
Right to the mouth. Everything goes straight to the mouth with babies. Can't trust them. I'm gonna murder something.
I'll be right back. Oh no. I wasn't expecting them to be alive.
Wait, was that
better? I was gonna deflect that thing so hard with that.
Hey, look, mine's still recording.
That was gonna be a hard nope. It's just
Bats the baby. Batting 100.
no.
He's
Can't
just-
do that now.
I said Kobe. It's Kobe on so many levels.
God.
He like spikes it in the ground and goes, Kobe! Was Ariel, is not, dead.
So I've got the skillet, the spatula, and the baby in one arm.
All in one. Listen,
Okay.
it's a package. It's the
I'm well
It's the
aware.
George Foreman package.
I'm going to.
That's baby backwards if I've ever seen one. It was there for me to take, and I took it.
It was. Good job.
I'm going to grab the bottom of my apron,
Okay.
pull it backwards up, like behind it,
Yeah.
and seat
I dig it.
in my chest.
Like you're trying to hold like too many fruits that you're picking. And so
Yeah,
you just
so
Like
you're
you
like
didn't grab a grocery shirt.
Yeah.
Grocery
grocery shirt.
shopping
I
cart.
love grocery
No,
shirt.
shopping cart at
So-
a grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like, oh, I gotta hold all.
Yeah.
No, but I'm flipping it up backwards so that it doesn't fall forward.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And just kind of like tying it up. And how much of my turn is that gonna take?
The action
The action.
Yeah.
Okay.
to stow a baby.
Yeah,
The action.
The action.
Yeah.
Now the tiefling children, they seem alive.
There are
in
no
the cages?
tiefling children.
No,
Just
the
children.
children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
if they were
far,
dead, they wouldn't need cages.
You're the
Yeah.
only living tiefling here.
Oh.
So you're doing great. You're
So far, so good.
top of the class.
so far.
Except there's no pancakes. So
Chuck might have had some in his back pocket.
oh,
Who knows? I do. I know. He doesn't.
he doesn't. Okay. No. Oh gosh. Then. Yeah. No. I'm just going to throw the baby.
No.
You're not here. You don't exist, Carl. Shut the fuck up.
How far am I from Herschel? Sorry.
Make him actually not exist. 15 feet.
15 feet?
Roughly.
Okay.
Yeah. Smoothly. 15. It's a smooth 15.
Can I move to him and use my bonus to try and grab a hold of second baby?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, yeah.
Just so it's not thrown through the air.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing it's a grapple
Grapple?
check. So you're going to do strength, athletics.
Athletics.
Strength or
Whatever one's
athletics.
higher.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's...
It's essentially saying you're either going to do straight strength or if you have proficiency in athletics, you add your proficiency.
4.
Awesome, because this was a 7. So, hey, you swipe at it, but you're also holding a newfound meat sack that is, cooing, which
Pink.
it is pink. So that was your turn.
Yep, move.
His turn is he is going to chuck said baby behind him at you
Okay.
and pull from his papoose yet another baby. So his attack with the baby is definitely an 8.
Okay.
So
Can I use reflex
with
attack?
that, I will put that as the DC.
Okay.
You have to beat that.
11 on the die.
Okay.
All right.
So how do you want to catch this baby? Carl? Lord, give me strength.
I'm gonna
Not to murder this
I'm gonna
man.
catch it in my cloak
Okay.
and then set it down real quick and just leave it behind me.
Okay.
On
Yeah,
this
just
floor,
lose.
in this one?
This,
I'm
with the
gone
strength
through
of the
worse.
yen? I don't even know who this is.
That's me.
Okay, you're next.
All right.
Rayne.
I'm
There's definitely an R there. So
going to, after I set the baby down, I tumble towards him and I'm going to, in the same motion, draw my sword and cut his papoose, slash the part that's hanging around him so the babies will come out. And I want to catch them.
like a sack of oranges.
Yes. Yes. But I want to attempt to catch him.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
How many are in there?
Wait, what am I rolling exactly?
Attack.
Attack?
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
14 hits.
Right.
You don't have to do damage because you're going
Yeah,
for
I'm
his
just going for the papoose. I
Yeah.
don't want to hit him. Yeah.
boots. So it snaps, and then I would say give me a disadvantage reflex.
And reflex is probably your dex. Okay, so that would be a 20. And that's a 1. Okay. Well, at least they're not that high up, right?
How tall is Herschel?
It's 12 foot tall. They were up by his chest.
No, they had to be right.
He's like,
Just dropping them on people.
he's the baby bomber.
Oh, this is gonna make... Nobody's gonna watch this.
Everyone's gonna watch it. It's gonna be the thing people show their friends, and they're like, "Dude, I don't want to watch that again." They're like, "No, it's classic. Yeah, it's only 9 minutes because that's all they could record."
That's all they got on video. Oh.
These babies. So it's a 1 plus what?
2, so 3.
All right. These babies are gonna need help. They're gonna need Jesus and whomever else. I don't know, because what happens is the papoose strap falls, and then tumbling from them like very fragile.
They're not that fragile.
Very fragile.
Look at the kids being dropped all the time. Oh, man.
You need better friends. I don't know who has that.
No, they're not
Like,
friends.
listen, Diane's kids are great. They've handled a lot. They
Just the ones I babysat.
I drop them all the time. I'm a scientist, goddammit.
Man, there's this one comedian who talks about dropping. Oh, it was fucking Anthony.
Oh yeah. Jesnick.
Jesnick, yeah.
Yeah. His name was hard for me to remember, so I made a point to remember it.
Can I use my reaction to attempt to catch said satchel?
1 per round.
He hasn't used his reaction yet.
Reflex, yeah.
So, with disadvantage,
With disadvantage?
you may.
Okay.
He said, babies get dropped all the time. I'm fine.
Right?
15.
I can add.
15.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so they begin to pour out, and as they do, you grab quick, fast, in a hurry with your other hand, actually, dropping down and grab with, let's say, your right hand, as your left hand would be holding up your apron as like a little seat, right? And so now you're holding up your apron seat and his papoose seat in this like very strenuous pose, like a
skillet
Grecian
and spatula.
yeah, but those are now in your left hand.
Oh,
As you've like transitioned to that apron seat, also you would have put I would assume your spatula and the panhandle in that as well. And so you're kind of that's up by your face holding that seat, and then you're holding Papoose seat, and you're kind of in this strenuous pose, almost face to face with this guy who just cut a papoose full of babies.
And then I tell them to take out the old guy.
Okay. Fantastic. She waits.
Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. Take him down, not out.
Be sorry. You're usually sorry.
Fuck. Yeah. I tried to come up with something, but it didn't come to me instantly. So
It's just fuck. Thick.
Yeah, take him down, not out.
Oh well. He didn't. All right. So Phaelus comes in with a wild strike at this old man, but as he goes to do it, he realizes that there is a motion to save these babies that are strapped to this papoose, and where he was about to strike would straight up just take some chunks of babies. So he actually stops and pulls back, rearing for another strike. But that was his turn. Gut is actually just gonna full on dive over this tiefling, and slashes, which I gotta do his damage. Alright. So he rends this old man's shoulder almost clean off. You can see bone. You can see it's pretty much just like having like an old drape being torn off. So his skin is just kind of hanging, but it doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of blood in his frail body. So it's mostly just looking at gross innards of his shoulder and clavicle. And for any league players, it's very much like Warwick just jumping into his old. He's jumped over the tiefling, slashed the old man, and landed behind him, poisoning himself for another strike. And now it's you, with your collection of
Babies.
cloth babies.
No, father.
I came to this realm not to be a father,
I just want a goddamn
but on
pancakes.
accident.
Isn't that the
That's
way
usually
it
how it
always
happens.
is? Welcome to my life. Oh shit, that's too long.
That was too long.
Copyright.
And mute.
Welcome to my.
Welcome to my.
I am going to gently set down the papoose. Can I gauge weight on how many babies there are in the papoose? There's 3 more in the papoose. Is he still holding one too?
Yeah, he grabbed one after he threw one at me.
I just love every bit of this articulation. How many are in the papoose?
I'm gonna set it. What clown car of a fucking papoose is this? Set it down gently, and
It's a papoose, not a Volkswagen. Relax.
I would like to make an attempt to, I'm going to swap the frying pan to the other hand.
Okay.
And I would like to attempt to break his arm.
Okay, so you're still holding apron.
Apron?
You've put papoose down.
Yes.
Now you've switched to
Frying pan.
and now you're going to hit him in the body somewhere.
I'm going to aim for his arm, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me an attack. It's an improvised weapon, so it's just your attack without... It's a strength attack without proficiency.
Strength attack without proficiency, so straight roll. Cool.
Okay.
5.
He is flanked, so we'll add 2 to that. It's 7,
Yeah.
which is still a miss. So you actually hit, but because he was gored from the other side, where it would have hit, you're actually just sliding down his arm now, and so it's a miss. It's a miss, but you definitely there's a grazing. There's a little bit of a graze. It's like a nice finesse touch. You have movement.
Not unless I want to be attacked by him.
How many chances? So it's all percentages right now. You took statistics, right? We got this. No, he didn't.
Nope. Can I use my bonus action to try and intimidate him to set down the baby?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Intimidation. 14.
17.
Shy the buff.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you yell at him, and
I yell at him real good.
he is jarred, but it's not so much from a yelling tiefling that he pulled from obscurity. It's more because there's so many people in his house. He hasn't cleaned up at all. There's no tea.
Yeah.
That's big. The kettle's not on. There are no biscuits.
You were so ill prepared for us!
It's a mess. He's been working this weekend. It was a long weekend. And now he has company. And now there's a dog here. And it's very upset. And it does bite. People say, oh, he won't bite. He'll probably lick you to death. But no, this one bites. He also claws. It's also a no. So.
But not the hell. I just want to talk about the fact that the hellhound is dead after getting its tail severed.
It's dead, and it doesn't have a tail. It's not quite. There's no evidence of how it died.
No. It was critically killed by losing its tail.
It was. That's where my heart is. Why?
This is canon.
It's canon. Like, just a cannon appears. Great. So you missed with the frying pan.
And
bonus action to yell at him, and he goes, "Stop yelling at me!" On his turn.
At least I'm not carrying a papoose full of babies. at this point. That's what I succeeded at.
All right. Do you want to use your movement?
No.
Okay. So now it's not your turn. Is how this works.
Mm-hmm.
From what I gather, as people have taught this game to me, is that now it is somebody else's turn, and that it would be his turn.
Yes.
He responds to you. Stop yelling at me. At least I do have a papoose, and he throws the baby at you.
Is he at disadvantage for being in melee range with me?
Yes, I will say that. Which wasn't better. I
Oh,
rolled
no.
nat 16, nat 17. So,
I take a baby to the face.
what's your armor class?
12.
12. You may use your reaction, or you may use your reaction in an attempt to snatch baby.
I will attempt to snatch baby.
And you have to beat a 16.
Dexterity.
Meet or beat.
14.
You take a baby to the face.
Mm-hmm.
And whack! Straight to the dome noggins. And is in the process of falling. So is hitting you, and we're going to freeze frame of you going, no! Like that. Like mid yelling, like, baby! And then just, no! And the baby doesn't even have enough breath in it right now to cry, but when it does, God help everybody, because the other babies who have said fallen and now are nicely laid are all crying.
It's a cacophony of noise.
There's gonna be a lot of coffins for these babies.
What?
All right, it's his turn. He threw baby. He's also going to try and skedaddle as the most so op attack from you. From you if you'd like to, but you are holding your apron, chair situation, a pan, and took a baby to the face. So if you'd like to, no, you used your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And then those two get to attack. Oh shit!
Oh!
Did you?
Yeah, 18.
18. All right.
Just
Roll the mosh.
It was I'm just doing unarmed, so it's 3 damage.
You did 3 damage. Okay. How do you want to slice him?
No, I'm doing unarmed.
Unarmed. Okay.
Yeah, with my
All right. So this is what's gonna wind up happening is as he's running, Phaelus hamstrings him. Essentially with the broadside of his scimitar, but it was enough to kind of, with his old man and his frail body, buckle his kneecap, and slam into his other kneecap, and you can hear over the cries of babies the crunch, much like a old man trying to get up from the couch. All right. As he's falling forward, you then kind of catch him / clothesline him, and he just straight goes horizontal, feet towards the door, head towards the knoll, and then just drops. And now is on level ground with the babies.
Nice.
So, primo stuff. Raymond. That's the.
Everybody
Who's
loved
that? Sorry, who?
Rayne. Rayne, go ahead.
I
That's your name is Rayne.
am
Rayne.
going to
Right?
slash at you.
Figured.
That's a 20, bud.
Yeah.
Not a crit, though.
That's definitely hitting.
For I'm not trying to kill you though, so we'll say that 8 damage.
8 damage.
Mm-hmm. And I want to bonus action catch the baby.
Give me a wait. The one falling from him.
Yeah, from him.
All right, give me a. I would say, yeah. Go ahead, and give me a straight roll.
So I like slash at his legs. And
Yeah,
try to catch
trying
the
to
baby.
catch it,
So straight roll is 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you catch it, and you're in that such a pose that you are being strained, in that you are kind of doing a deep lunge right now, and with your offhand holding the baby, looks super fucking finesse. So at the end of this turn, glyphs begin to light from the walls and the ceilings, and just the one ceiling. Apparently, I said there were more, but really, let's think about it. There's just the one ceiling. In this place, the floor as well, firing up from it, sulfuric black smoke that's filling this whole area. Yeah, like a big ass smoke bomb. And you can hear crackling sounds coming from what you imagine are the glyphs themselves as they continue to light up and possibly heat up. Who knows? We're all here together figuring this out. Phelis and Gut are going to grab Herschel and take him out of the building in quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so that will be their turn. Because they can't. Yeah. At this point, it's difficult to see. It is your turn, and from what you can see, there is the opening that Phelis came through, which is beginning to become obscured. The one that Gut came through off behind you now, essentially down the hall. And then there's the front door, which is being blocked by yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
No.
He said I had to go in. I'm in there now. I don't know what I'm doing. I just had my hands. I'm like, I thought I was the DM. What do I do with these?
Okay, so how big are the cages?
The cages are suitable for like a small dog, maybe a medium-sized dog. If you didn't like the dog,
so I could probably.
It would be more efficient to just unlatch.
Or they just latch?
Like they seem like they have locks on them, but from like just the quick cursory glance you gave them, it wouldn't take anything to just maybe in one fell swoop.
Cool.
With the right roll.
Cool. There's only one cage?
There are 4 occupied and 2 unoccupied.
Okay.
So definitely just open the empty ones and be like, this could have been you, and then leave.
All right.
Bye, nerds.
Are they within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, they are about 15 feet from you, and then, yep.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And that's 8 damage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So...
He goes to cure himself and he dies. I did this wrong!
No!
Just like the gypsy woman said. Wait, did you do Buffy? And then I did Archer?
And then I'm just gonna look at him and say, I pretty much stopped the bag of babies. From falling. I'm gonna go take care of something, and I'm just gonna book it over to the cages. And
okay.
If I've got bonus
action, as a bonus action, I'll give you a swipe.
Cool. 4?
Yeah.
You definitely hear a ting as you
It's dark in here.
It's getting darker.
Do I see actual fire though?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, that was my turn then.
Okay. Herschel's done. Rayne.
Abominations must die.
It's true. Even though they the bomb.
So you mentioned there was smoke how can I see in the room clearly still?
So right now you have about 50-50 vision of things. It's also becoming stifling for your breathing. You have before you a papoose of babies, a baby in your hand, and the tiefling also has a baby that he has.
That I think he's trying to eat.
Yeah. it's a snack.
Why wouldn't I just put it in the skillet or deflect it?
He's like, I gotta deal with stuff.
I am.
Can I see him?
Roll disadvantage perception.
What's my perception?
And it's not simply that this would be like, say, a fog obscurity where it's just kind of difficult to see. It is a brimstone-esque
14.
I would say you can make out approximately where he went.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I would like to ask,
Actually,
which would be more important? How confident would Rayne be in being able to track this thing down versus these glyphs that are right by the babies that are lighting up and maybe even heating up? Who knows? We're all figuring this out together, as I've previously said.
I'm gonna grab the babies, put them back in the papoose.
Just scoop the papoose.
Come on now. And
You eat them.
and
He's not even mad that you eat babies. He's mad that you took his
Yeah.
baby. That was good. I was gonna have a whole
stew.
dozen. Now I don't have a dozen. I have 11.
I'm gonna tell them. Can one of them carry Herschel, or do both of them have to carry him?
One of them could have. They're both outside now, though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna tell them to go outside.
Yeah. Both of them are outside with Herschel. Probably making plans without you. They're probably gonna go do something fun, like go to the drive-in or something.
No, they're too scared.
Too scared. Y'all bitches.
I'm going to. That was a bad whistle.
It was. It's probably because
one of them
smoke.
to come in. Yeah,
It's on the
so
brimstone
they
smoke.
can't. I don't know if they can hear me or not. Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna take them outside. Then. Take the babies outside and come back in. Would that be about 30 feet?
Yep. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
And I'm gonna head towards the cages that I saw.
Okay. And you called for them to come back in with the whistle?
No, because I was gonna have them come in to grab the babies, but I wouldn't think they'd hear me.
Okay. We'll skip to you, and then we'll skip you.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
These are babies or children in these cages?
Those are children.
Children. So they seem capable.
Roughly 5 to 10 years old.
Cool. I'm going to try and break the lock on the oldest one's, seemingly oldest or strongest looking one's cage.
Okay. It could be that you do one fell swoop if you did an attack that was higher than a 4.
Oh, cool. Yeah. How about 19?
Yes. This time back the other way, and all of the locks in succession. Tink. And then once you see that they're open, they're good.
Okay.
Like as far as you can say.
I'm going to hand the oldest one the baby and just go, take it out front. Go out front, and then I'm going to book it for the back door.
All right. As you're booking it towards the back door, You can't dash in this moment. You do make it towards the back, and you do notice that the smoke is coming behind you. It didn't seem like the entire dwelling was rigged, but just the primary area. But with that being said, it does seem like it is cascading towards you.
I am going to take one look back and go, that was the fireplane's ass.
All right.
Poor Chuck.
Poor Chuck. You didn't whistle, so they're waiting. Now Phaelus has Papoose of babies.
As you should.
Because he gets hungry. And
I'm glad that you didn't give it to the knoll.
he's like eating the dude's hand already. He's like, "What? Am I not supposed to?"
I didn't specify
You like
not to.
try to take it from him. He's like, "Good, drop it." It's your turn.
Well, I make sure the kids get out. I also lead them towards the front. And as I exit, I tell her to take a shot at him.
At him?
Yeah, because she should still be.
I went for the back.
Yeah, she'll have to maneuver hers, so we'll see if she sees.
Does that seem the direction that you were
What's your
going?
AC?
My AC?
12.
Okay. So, in a moment. Well, no, you haven't even left the building yet. So,
No,
disregard.
you said that
Oh, yeah, I'm telling
yeah,
shoot
so
when you
she'll
see
be
him.
maneuvering.
And there is
in
also
this
smoke,
moment.
so it'll probably be disadvantage and stuff. But
Yeah, it's your turn.
and
Oh.
no, I was still.
I'm still
I'm
going.
Still going. Excuse me.
I'm here and I matter.
Um.
No, you don't.
Well, I just tell her to shoot the tiefling when you see him come out, and I just mentioned these children make a great addition to our clan.
Quality.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That's some quality shit right there. Add an inspiration. Yours. Awesome. So, it is now your turn, Surtos Erbos of Surtos. Surtos Erbos.
So the smoke's following me?
Yeah, it's filling up the rest of the house, and you are in the end portion of the house.
Okay. Do I feel like it's getting warmer? Like more cozy?
It's intuitive that even though you're resistant to fire, it's likely that you might not survive all forms.
Got it. How far am I from
You're
getting out?
within 5 feet of the window that was broken in. Like, almost cartoonish that there's a knoll-sized, like, just like one arm way up, and one arm way down, and then like the spread eagle run. Like, why? How? Who built this house?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to... I have no clue what's going on outside of here, so
It is bright out there.
Bright outside?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like daytime?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's just you couldn't see anything from within the dwelling because it was all boarded up.
Skin boards.
Yeah, skin boards. You know.
Everyone has.
Yeah, it was his taste, and you gotta respect that.
Oh gosh, no. Yeah, I'm going to make a beeline for the door or for the window that got smashed through, and
Dash it.
Huh?
Dash it or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash it and try to get out.
All right. So with that, with that. Oh shit! It's 3 17s in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No disadvantage.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. So that's 4 as an arrow strikes your shoulder and kind of hits mostly your pan. As it kind of goes in the top end of your shoulder just above your clavicle, and you hear a ting, and you actually didn't even feel it to begin with. You feel a tightness in your shoulder, but it was the ping that got you as you look down and realize that there's now blood and a stick that's just chilling, and then, oh shit, there's an arrow. That's an arrow. So that was, that's what happened. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, so now we'll drop it back to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
As Phalus will ask, are you okay to progress on your own?
Yeah, I can take it from here.
All right, so they'll take them back, the bibis,
Get them
and
back
the children.
And get some supplies with the rest of our gold. And make sure they are well.
Goot says, you know what happens if you fail.
Yes.
So shall it be. He's got Herschel over one shoulder, a bit of his hand in his mouth, and is ushering the children tightly.
I want to know who he's working for. I'd tell them.
Yeah, and Phalus nods, and takes the bibis, the Pepus bibis,
Nobody's giving them to Noel.
and motions for her to follow them. As I assume you go toward the back end of the house, pick up the trail.
Yeah, go around it.
Yeah. And at this point, you're beelining it.
The person who just shot me, can I see them?
You could try. Give me a perception roll.
Maybe.
Skills.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's a callback.
That's a 10.
10. There's a figure on the roof. You think it's either that or it's a stack of something.
Is it moving away?
I don't know, man. You just got shot and you're running really fast. Who knows?
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know. We're all trying to figure it out. You just got fucking shot, dude. What are we gonna do? Where are you?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna freaking beeline it some more. I'm booking it as far away from this hellhole.
How ironic.
I miss the warmth of hell.
How ironic. So with that, we'll say, you're able to stow the hat, even the apron,
Yeah.
even the apron.
That's a giveaway.
The
I'm not throwing it away. It's mine.
as you're going, snapping, the arrow and trying to push it back through. Maybe it kind of doesn't. Oh, you feel a fallout. Okay, well now you're just gonna deal with this whole wound here. That's great. Deal with that later. And as you're passing by, a homeless man goes to turn and grab some of the food that someone had left for him, and you snatch from his kind of heap of belongings, as some of them do, his cloak, in which you then everything here smells, and none of it of pancakes. Not even one of it at all. You could look around for ages. Pancake less. There are pans. There may be even cakes.
They have not put them together yet.
No combination of the two. So you're draping this over yourself. There, just in the distance, several feet in front, a very large, seeming caravan of merchants that all seem to be talking, but not necessarily are together, are traveling in unison. And you do see that there are armed pink flesh sacks that are by this gaping maw that's in this wall. And they're all going through it, and you slide right in between them, making it through the gate. And as you look back, realizing you still have to get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you're past the gate, booking it. As you come around the corner, you see his tracks, clear as day. You see his footprint. You make a note of it. As soon as that happens, you also get just the slightest whiff of his particular scent, something that you were trained to, but not as acutely as, say, the knoll. That would, if someone were to say, had a statistic for it, would be a perception check advantage. You do not have that. However, you did pick up his musk. Huh?
Did you just make that up?
Well, the whole game. The whole game
Wow.
is up here. That's why I went ballsy and put my phone up there. As soon as you are determining the actual direction for which he fled, the dwelling explodes and launches you into the adjacent building and knocks you out. Just blackness after you hear a few of the stone rubbles falling and chipping against one another, and you see in the last fog of your vision your hand going out to try and pick yourself back up, but then darkness. As Surtos runs basically to the ends of his means, we'll say that you cast one more time the cure wounds on yourself, just enough to get by, but not a whole lot to be able to be whole. It's almost a day later of traveling in this almost familiar terrain of desert and sand, but has too much of this clean air business, of this crisp, hot air. Not even hot to you. Listen, this is like Texas hot, and you're used to like Alabama, Florida hot, where things are shitting themselves all the time and it's getting burnt, and then you're also eating it through your lungs. This is not that. This is that Alaskan air heated to something akin to what you would call hot. But they didn't get it right. This plane can't figure their shit out. They need to get their lives together.
Probably.
And as you're walking through here, you're seeing that a lot of these meat sacks are kind of slowing their pace in this merchant trail. They need a lot of water. That's a thing that they apparently need a lot of. And then you remember that, you kind of need it too a little bit. But you're not going to, listen, you're not going to tell anybody about that. How, it's not their business.
I don't want to get too close. You're too close.
Gross. 6 feet! 6 feet! Alright, as you're traveling, you see a campsite in the night. Because apparently at this point, the sun has fallen and night has arisen. That's how it works.
When is that gonna come back?
Do you see its shit leave? Is that a big yellow ball? Is that come? Is it gone now?
Were we not watching it enough?
I just imagine Surtos having a fucking existential breakdown.
Pretty much.
Like, in the middle of a sand desert merchant road, like, where? Like,
Moon come up like, what the fuck's this? What?
Why?
That's not warm.
What was wrong with that one? Would you break it? Put it back? When's it gonna be fixed?
It was only comfortable until now.
This is much too much. It's
so
no pancakes. No pancakes. Lots of moons. One too many moons. Not enough suns.
Wait, does the fire plane even have... It does have a sun.
It's just the entire fucking sky is on fire. Like, That's your sun source. Is that everything's hot.
It's hot.
It's
In tow.
what time of day is it? It's hot. I licked my finger, it burned right off.
I feel like it's time to sleep.
I don't know.
I feel sleepy now.
And Chuck, what do you think? No one cares. So, coming across this campsite, because we are still playing D&D, from what I understand.
Really?
I don't know. I'm new to this. There is a very large caravan bigger than the merchant one, with several carts that are covered, and a lot of armed, cloaked individuals. But it smells like they have food, and it looks like they have at least some liquid to drink. How would you like to? You were about 80 feet away.
80 feet away?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten too close to anybody, like, in this whole caravan, right?
It seems like you're getting towards the end of this sandy area as the land is kind of hardening up. And in the entire distance of you walking, the people who have gotten within eyesight of you have been so famished that they haven't really been paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So not really, to answer your question.
Does it seem like I could possibly get close without them seeing me?
Some would say that
any of their food or their water.
Some would say that'd be a stealth check, and I would agree with them.
Okay. I'm gonna try and be stealthy, but not like scuttle, like just kind of wander nearby. Yeah. 20.
6. All right. How do you want to go about this? What's your objective immediately?
Immediately probably water and then food.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they have any of this stored away from the campfire, but there does come a point where all of them are checking either equipment or something to do with these crates. There's something in these crates that they're worried about not being tied up, like the canvas not being tied around it well enough. Checking on it periodically, and at one point it seems like it draws the attention of all of them, to which you kind of mosey on up, and you mosey as hard as you fucking can that a 20 will allow, and you get there to open their little pot that is over the fire, and they have this nice bacon and bean whole stew going on. Someone left their water skin by a stone that they were sitting on, and so you kind of help yourself to it.
I'm gonna pour the stew into the skillet.
Okay.
And then grab the water skin and wander off.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Maybe 3.
3. Perfect. I love it. I love every bit of it. That's what I love. So as you're going, you get fairly far. You're actually kind of, from the way that they had wandered off, the smartest course of action that you saw was to kind of go parallel to this caravan as it was parked. And so as you're nearing the head cart of it, you see a mob, a host of dark silhouettes. They kind of very quietly walk around and encircle you. And one of them lights a fairly large cigar, and he steps forward and he goes, "Where do you think you're going?" And that is where we'll end the session.